This segment is being sponsored by Capital Sportsman.
All right, welcome back, everyone. This week's Picture of the Week is being brought to you by Flowers Deer Processing. I firmly believe that they're ready to go on set for this Saturday. So Jim and Mike and Mark and Deborah and Anna and all of Hope, all of them out there, they got those knives sharp, brother.
They're ready
Bring
to
it
go.
on.
It's finally time.
It's time. It's time. What we got, Brandon?
All right, our first picture here is our good friend Clint Holden and Greg Gallagher with a coyote that they took just a couple of days ago.
They did.
And these guys are hard on the predator, so
Matter of fact, Clint is one of our newest guys with Southern Woods and Waters. He wanted to share with y'all. Greg is one of the main founders of IoTech, which is the coyote collars. And so they're doing some new studies in Tennessee, I was privy to find out, about coyote hunting. So we may make the paper yet.
look forward to hearing more about that.
That's right.
All right, our next picture here. This is 6-year-old Bennett Crane with her first dove.
Oh.
And this is actually, she is my second. This is my cousin's little girl. And she got this bird the other day, and he sent me this picture, and that's Cowboy sitting there to retrieve it for her. So she was really proud to get her first dove the other day. I thought that was a pretty neat deal.
That's a neat picture.
The next one we have here, I shared a picture the other day. You know, I said we were going to be going down the Caney Fork again this past weekend, and just like they always do, you know, they took such good care of us up there at Caney Fork Outdoors and got us going. So just wanted to
Joel
share
and Janice
the
are
big
nice
time.
people, aren't they?
They are. They're so good.
Salt of the earth.
They
That's
are.
what you call them.
You can go in there and get some good food and have a good time all at the same time. And then here on the end, we have got, speaking of new guys here around the Southern Woods and Waters, this here is Bubba Spickard.
Sure, I'm glad you showed that picture. That's the one I thought you were showing.
Well, we had to go through our pictures and see which one we could share. But this is him with the deer that he got this past year, and it's nice. But we're glad to offer Bubba the chance to come over here with us and be part of the Southern Woods and Water staff. So
that's right.
We're
we
looking
got a
excited
great staff, and we thank all these fine folks for stepping up and volunteering. Hey, you can send your pictures to us here at Southern Woods and Waters, 474 James Robinson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee, 37219, or better yet, Facebook us at Southern Woods and Waters, and we'll be glad to get them on here and share them really, really fast. And so we appreciate everybody. And like I said, we couldn't do this without our pro staffers anyway.
No, they couldn't.
They keep us in, because you and I have main jobs too.
We
so
do.
I don't think Bubba does.
I tell you what, Bubba works a lot. I got to give him credit. All jokes aside, he does work a lot, but he's a good one to have.
He's a good one to have, and we really appreciate
him. To have too.
So, hey, we want to talk now, Randall. Getting back to the hunting. Let's get back to hunting season. Opening day. There's going to be a lot of people out there on opening day. Usually that's the biggest day, whether it be open muzzleloader or opening gun or opening archery. Mistakes get made really, really quickly. What are some things that you really watch for?
Ooh.
Ooh, I threw one in there on him, didn't I?
Well, I don't know if I've ever seen that.
This is a Brandon moment.
I think there's just so much information there that it's
Going through files, ladies and gentlemen.
Snakes and ticks. No.
Snakes and ticks, that's right.
The deer right now are not at all like they are in the stories of the rut. You know, so right now you got acorns falling. You're still having fawns being born. You know, not a lot, but there's some. And most of the deer right now are together, you know, and they're getting their pecking order ready. The old does are having their little battles and everything, you know. And all the fawns, you know, you might see, I saw 8 fawns out there in the yard just yesterday or day before, you know. And the bucks, I saw a scrape over at Fort Campbell Saturday.
Already?
Oh yeah. Once them bucks shed that velvet,
they're ready.
He's serious.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. All it takes then is a doe in heat to come by him, you know, and it'll get to it. We was sitting out there on the front porch the other night, and you could hear down there just a just two horns hitting together. You know, that's about all they're doing now. They're not doing the fighting and stuff. But if you can find the worst thing to me, and no matter what you do, I don't think I'm more scared of a deer's nose, you know, than a whole lot of people are.
Yeah.
In my mind, I can't beat that deer's nose. I can't. You know, I can make it maybe something a little weaker, you know, or something like that. Walking through that woods, and a lot of people think that you've got to actually touch a limb before that deer can smell it. You take an old stinking dog, jumps up there in your lap, and you go out here and give him a bath till you can't smell dog no more. But you get down there around that mouth and you can smell dog.
That's right.
You can smell his breath. Well, when you exhale, you're blowing not only a scent, but a wet scent that sticks to everything in that wood. So if you can get your little place, I put a little post on that Facebook a while ago. I found a big old deer trail today going through a place. Deer keep that trail completely cleaned out. They browse on it all the time, coming and going. Well, they can get through there without you seeing them or hearing them, you know. So if you can have you a place, a logging road or a field road or something like that to go to your stand, you're not going to be breathing out here on this stuff. I'm not saying don't use all the scent stuff that you can, you know. But as long as you're breathing and spreading it, you're putting it out. You can't hide it.
So scent, our human scent being the #1 problem that you see.
This time of year especially.
Wes, now that we know what our problem is, what can we do about it?
Well, you know, try to be as clean as you can. You know, the biggest mistakes made in this early season too, and this hot weather is, you know, everybody's excited, you're fired up, you want to get out in the woods, but it's easy to, you know, you got to be patient still. You got to pick your right days. If you're flexible on your days, you know, I try to hunt the good days. You want to make sure the wind's good, thermal currents are right for you on all your setups. You know, if your setups are not good, you need to skip that day. And that's hard for some people.
Do you believe in your hunting tactics to have like a stand for the west wind, a stand for the south wind, a stand for the north wind?
Oh, no doubt.
And you pick them and you write them down. I can hunt this one during the west wind. And the reason I say that, because I've talked to some of the meteorologists here, and on some days during the fall hunting season, which is right here in our backyard, the wind changes direction an average of 17 times in a day. So you can be sitting up there with a west wind, and all of a sudden that sucker comes from the southwest, and it just, then you hear that.
We have the places that you need to hunt when there is a prevailing wind, that you know you're going to have a good, more steady wind all through the day. But one of the most overlooked things is thermal currents. You can have the wind right, and at dark, thermal currents aren't working for you and blow the whole field, and or your whole setup. So I pay a lot of attention to that as much as the wind too.
Randall, I want to ask you, when you know something like that, and you primarily set up for a southern wind, and then all of a sudden you're getting a wind out of the west, and it's blowing right back where you don't want it to do, does Randall get down and move, or does Randall try to stay there and just wait it out?
Well, it depends on if I'm pretty sure where the deer are coming from and where they're going. But like late in the evening, what Wes was talking about, them thermals, late in the evening is when it's more dangerous than in the morning. Because in the evening, to me, the worst thing that can happen is for the wind to stop, because then my scent is just going right there and spreading that.
That's right.
You know, and they'll, like bow hunting, that deer ain't got to be but 50 yards, you know, and smell you, and it's gone. But the wind, or that wind is, that's what I count on, you know. If they, I might stay there. I mean, you've only got certain places to hunt.
That's right.
All you can do is try it, and a lot of people are scared of scaring a big buck completely out of their territory. I've never seen that happen.
I haven't either.
You know,
unless you shoot at one and wound it.
Oh,
now he will leave.
You got to wound you.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got a wounded, man. He'll
And he still
Oh,
may
yeah.
be back.
I'll tell you
still
too.
might be. He can,
I've seen
he
it
can.
happen.
I'll tell you too something I've noticed, and so that's kind of a little trick I've seen. If you go in a place and you don't know where how the thermal currents work in there, look at your water. A lot of times in the evening, your thermal currents will follow the stream of the water. If you got a creek that's moving to the west, your thermals are going to go to the west.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
they're
Same way
always,
the head of the hollow.
Yeah.
If you're, they're going to go out towards the mouth of the hollow.
That's right.
You
yeah,
know,
they're
so
always going downhill, looking
Yeah.
for that lowest point.
All right. Well, guys, we're gonna talk on a little bit more, but first now we got to go do our product.
Get our product of the week.
All right.
Our product of the week this week's being brought to you by our good friends over at Caney Fork Outdoors. Like I said a few minutes ago, get down there and see them. They've got some good sales going on right
Awesome
now. Number
sales
one,
right
get down
now.
here and see Ryan over here in Donaldson, or go down there and see Mr. Joel and the rest of the family down there at the Big Rock Market, right there off the Caney Fork River exit by the Center Hill Dam.
That's right. If you like to go around with barefooted and flip flops all the time, kayaking's the way to go.
That is the way to go. I love it.
Hey, we want to touch on, of course, everybody's talking about products, and broadheads have been brought up on Tennessee deer hunters and all this. A friend of mine just told me about these. These actually came from Murfreesboro Outdoors, and they said, you ought to talk about this. This was the hottest selling broadhead that they had last year, and it's already off the shelves this year. It's called Ramcat 100 grain Ramcat broadheads. This one actually cuts 1 3/8 inches, which is quite a bit of a hole. Guys, gals, it doesn't matter to me, really, the broadhead that you use, as long as it's sharp and as long as you put it where it's supposed to go. I promise you, you will, if you don't watch it go down, you'll hear it go down. I promise you, if you do it right. And we'll touch on that here in just a few minutes, but we thought we'd talk a little bit about broadheads. Remember, don't care what you buy, make sure they're sharp before you go out Saturday morning. All right? We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Southern Woods and Water.